Hello and welcome yet again to Shelf Centered. We're getting ourselves centered. I decided to kind of switch things up just slightly. August is up. August is gone. September started. I figured I'd just kind of replace one of these weekly centering the shelves with a monthly centering the shelves, and there really won't be too crazy of a difference. So what that kind of just means is, and I wanted to kind of switch some of the things, like talking about channel like growth and all that. I just want to do it on a monthly basis maybe, and then talk about the books and the what's going on and the anticipated media and all that kind of on a weekly basis. I think that's going to make just more sense as far as everything goes, and we're not growing by 100 subscribers a day anymore, so there's no need to watch it that closely. And what I wanted to get into today is but because this is the monthly one, I do want to talk about it briefly. So we're still steadily growing, about a couple subscribers each day. It's great to see. We're easily, when I literally a month ago, I was getting 20, 30 views on a video, and now I'm regularly getting 100 here and there, and so we're really growing. It's pretty amazing, the changes, and so thanks really to you guys for just making this something worthwhile, worth us chatting and getting together and having some fun, because I know I am, and I appreciate you guys for coming back. So I had 14 videos in the month of August, and so I felt like it was a really good month. It was really fun. A random thing, I ended up on our local news station. I ended up providing some legal advice on the local news station, and so that was fun this week. What's funny, I only bring it up here because my YouTubing has really helped me be comfortable in front of a camera. Like, holy cow, it was so easy to do. Whereas I remember doing a news interview, I randomly got stopped going into the library. That's where they were kind of holed up and catching people to talk. And I remember just being in front of a camera, freezing up, kind of like the guy would ask me questions, and I was like, and eventually getting to answers, and then remember watching the news segment later going, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, and then they did not use me. I don't know why. I was not entertaining or something. I don't know. So anyway, just, hey, that's really cool. YouTube really helped me learn a skill, so thank you guys for helping me do that. Anyway, wanted to talk about what I'm reading. I mentioned this last week, but I had a bit of a slow month. It's been a little crazy. I'm a slow reader anyway, I think you probably noticed, unless it's audio and being read to me. Which I usually crank out pretty quickly. Just a couple of issues. I don't like excuses typically, but this month has been a kind of a crazy one. I got sick for literally 2 weeks straight, and it was rough. I literally had a hard time just focusing on anything. And then following that, I proceeded to have about 2 weeks straight worth of trial. And if you know any trial lawyers, it's one of those. It's stressful. It's so stressful. It's one of those that, I mean, literally I'm up late into the night getting ready. I go to trial this week. I had a couple days worth, and so you want to use the day after the first day, or the night after the first day, to kind of really take your notes and figure out, okay, where can I make connections and get ready to cross-examine the next day. So it's really just been a rough time getting any reading in, and I'm sure nobody can relate at all. Sometimes it just happens. As much as I'm dying to read the books that I'm reading, I am definitely not in a reading slump. I've been in those before. It's just finding the time to do literally anything. So those are kind of, I guess, so still really made very little progress, to be honest, in the books that I'm reading, and that doesn't mean that I haven't started Dune because it's Sci-Fi September, and also because the movie is coming out. And I don't know if, let me know about this, because I just am barely starting to read, and I was pointing this out on Twitter, but if you'll notice, GMJ Bar right there is listed where everything else is listed alphabetical order. GMJ Bar follows what? Grumman, and then Guild follows GMJ Bar. And so I was like, wait a sec, because at first I thought, did they seriously not define GMJ Bar in here? Not that I didn't know what it was, because I knew generally what it was. I looked it up as I do, as one is wont when there's a nice full glossary for you. And I was like, where is it? Did they not include GMJ Bar of all things? Anyway, so turns out just not in alphabetical order. I went onto Twitter, and apparently that's in actually a lot of people's copies, not just mine. But I did learn, I think it was corrected in the very newest copies. But anyway, let me know. Check your copy. Let me know. I want to know now who all has a non-alphabetical order GMJ Bar. That was funny to me. I just happened to look that up and going, what? Did it? And then I'm second guessing. I'm like, does O come after R? So, anyway, I thought that was funny. The other thing is, apparently the Will White books that were on Audible, not all of them, but some of them are no longer available in the catalog. And I learned that midway through listening to Black Flame. So I'm halfway through that, and then suddenly I don't have an audiobook to read. So I luckily own the whole series on Kindle as well, so I just picked up and started reading it with my eyeballs. And instead of reading Black Flame on audiobook, I switched over because it is Sci-Fi September. It was a short one. I'm kind of trying to prep for, I want to do the read along with Mike's book review on the Bone Hunters next month, and so I don't want to get into a crazy long book on Audible and not be able to do the 42 hours worth of Bone Hunters. Holy cow. So I did a short one, and we'll see, I might do a couple short books, but there's a great healthy amount of good classic sci-fi, and one of them that I picked up is Harry Harrison's Death World. I'm about almost halfway. It is really good. I just started it. It has really been entertaining. I've always thought it would be, I don't know if you've seen Chronicles of Riddick, that world where it like the world becomes molten lava as the sun is hitting the world, and then it like cools off on the other side, and you have to really suspend disbelief to be like, yes, someone could totally survive on the cool side. But anyway, this is clearly like hey, if I just make the whole world like crazy ridiculous, then there's always action, and make it entertaining to read. So that one's been fun. Really liking that. Let's see. I've got some kind of ideas for videos coming up. Wondering your thoughts on what are the books in your life that you've read that have made you feel the most like together, like you're part of this band or crew or whatever it is, but you like really feel part of it. I was just talking in my last video about The Dark Tower, and just that quartet really makes you feel together. I felt like The Eye of the World and the Wheel of Time series kind of has you really, with the Emmons Field 5, you really feel kind of like part of that, at least at first, and then I think you just feel connected then the rest of the series. Wondering what else you guys are thinking, because I kind of want to do a video on just where, the books that you feel like you're part of it, like that you are one with these people. And I know, I bet there's a fine line between that and characterization, but really like as a group. Anyway, just a thought moving forward. And let's see, I wanted to get into deals. Got a couple deals that I found. Still want to do those even on a monthly basis. I found 3 good deals. The Space Trilogy by C.S. Lewis, the whole trilogy. Zero History by William Gibson, and King of Ashes by Raymond D. Feist. All in the description down below. $1.99 a piece. And the Space Trilogy, literally $1.99 for the whole trilogy. So really a steal of a deal. I do affiliate links, and I think I've made $3 since this channel started, so I'm kind of rolling in it. And anyway, just want to be open and honest. I feel like that's a thing that's interesting to people. It's always been interesting to me. So not a lot that you make off of $1.99 sales. What obviously I probably do. So let's talk about media. I will probably do a reaction or some type of video, but the Wheel of Time trailer finally dropped. Everyone's losing their minds, as they should be. I've already watched it, but only once. You know, I want to do a reaction as pure as I could, but I couldn't resist. It's the Wheel of Time. I'm so excited. So it's fun. It's so exciting to see, and it's looking really good. I have to say, I am impressed, and I'm hoping that it continues to live up to my crazy getting higher expectations, even though I've been able to kind of like keep them in check. You know, you never know if you're going to get the sort of, the Sort of Truth series or whatever that was called, the Richard and Kaylin one. Just appreciate, again, I can't say this enough, just appreciate your time and your support, your love. It's really been such a blast doing this, getting to know such good people and just geeking out so much. It's so much fun. So anyway, I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Bye.